Stop everything you're thinking and imagine this. You're moving to a new place. Maybe it's a new town, state, country, whatever it is, here's a twist. You're not bringing much of anything with you except the clothes on your back, and you're not driving, you're not flying, you're swimming across the ocean. Many of us can say that our family members have made sacrifices to get us where we are today, but not many of us can say that they swam with only the power of their own muscles and determination to do so. For Rain's family, this is a reality, and she thanks her grandfather and appreciates him for the risks he took to help his family get to a better place. He grew up in rural China, and he was not very well off. He didn't see his future going anywhere, so he decided his best choice was to move to Hong Kong. He swam over the ocean to get there, and he could have been killed. It was a very dangerous trip that he made. There are unknown depths, unknown creatures in the waters, shark-infested waters, and exhaustion, and he did it anyway, and when he got there, it's this determination that Rain derives such an admiration for him, and values of family, culture, and heritage. These admirations and values have helped her become who she is today. She grew up in Hong Kong for 8 years before moving to Shanghai for 10 years and finally here to Malibu, where she started her first year at Pepperdine. Even though she's moved a few times, Hong Kong has always felt like her home base, where most of her family and friends are located, and she capitalizes on every opportunity to visit home. Her favorite tradition is going home for Chinese New Year break, where she finds herself bonding with her family over food, TV, and conversation. So one of her favorite things about going home is she has many aunts and uncles. Her mom has 5 brothers and sisters, and they each have 2 or 3 children. So each day, their itinerary, you can imagine, would be pretty crazy. They're going to each house each day, watching TV and eating food and enjoying time together and bonding. This international background has made her who she is today. She's experienced different people, experiences, and has become accepting and open-minded as a result. One of her favorite memories from Shanghai is graduating from high school with all of her friends, a culmination of everything they've accomplished and a time where they could be proud of themselves for all they've done in the last few years before moving across the U.S. to go to school. Many of them are here in the U.S. across the country, attending different universities, and this move is something that has deeply affected Rain. She is the eldest of her siblings and is the first to attend university, let alone come to live in the U.S. by herself. It's been a new chapter, much like the chapter that her grandfather experienced when he came to Hong Kong. She's had to meet new people, she's had to start on her own and start independently, but this has opened her up to new people, experiences, perspectives, and cultures that she would not regret for the world. Most of her friends that she met when she came to Pepperdine are already from the U.S., so she's had to adapt, having little people to support her and having trouble finding people that can relate to her and help her through this situation. She's had to get creative and has gone outside the box to find experiences that help her become a part of the community. You can find her on the intramural volleyball team, intramural basketball, business fraternity, and a youth group on campus, and it's these activities that have helped ease her transition as she becomes part of the Pepperdine community. At 18, she does not quite know her purpose in life like many of us, but she's sure of one thing. She loves the U.S. and wants to see where this life takes her. After college, she'll have to either get a master's degree to stay in the country for another few years, or she'll have to be sponsored by a company. She's not sure which of these she'll go for yet, but she knows that her end goal is to become a citizen of the United States, and she wants to see where this life takes her. So what makes Rain, Rain? At the end of the day, her family, her home, and her international background have shaped her into the strong, independent, creative woman that she is. But none of this would be possible without her grandfather. As I got to know Rain, we talked about how crazy it is that one decision or one choice you make can alter the entire trajectory of your own future as well as your family's. Jane Goodall, anthropologist and primatologist, said, "What you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make." Had her grandfather not made the decision to go to Hong Kong and made this decision, Rain would not be here today, carving her own path in her own new home.
Okay.